From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White. 2 children have been found dead in a vehicle in northwest Calgary, and police say a man is in custody.
At this time, the deaths are considered suspicious. Our homicide unit is investigating.
Calgary Police Inspector Darren Smith says both children are believed to have been under the age of 10, and investigators are still working to identify them. He says the man was arrested near the vehicle after officers responded to the scene at around 10 this morning.
It was very shocking. Can't tell you the nature of how the call came in.
The area is near a Calgary Police Service station, and Smith says at this point it's the only crime scene. Bill Graveland, the Canadian Press, Calgary.
2 Canadians are among the activists detained by Israel after boats they were sailing were intercepted overnight while headed to Gaza. The Global Samud Flotilla has identified the Canadians as Marie Toda of Ontario and Umir Tiar of Quebec City. Spokesperson Safa Shebi spoke with the Canadian press from a flotilla boat currently sailing in the Mediterranean Sea.
We know that this is illegal. To kidnap people like that, it's not a territory that belongs to Israel.
Shebi says more than 180 activists were detained in international waters off the coast of Greece. Prime Minister Mark Carney appears unfazed by Conservative MPs heading to Washington to talk trade with White House officials. Carney says unofficial Canadian talks with the Trump administration rarely learn anything new and often don't hear about everything happening behind the scenes.
Our interlocutors in the United States are generous people. They're generous with their time, and it's good of them to meet a host of Canadians coming down. But in the end, they know and we know that we're the negotiators.
Several Conservative MPs are in Washington hearing from U.S. Trade Representative Jameson Greer about President Donald Trump's America First policy. Canadian and American universities are launching a commission to study the future of Canada-U.S. relations. The binational commission will be led by Montreal's McGill University and Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore, Maryland. Senior leaders and policy experts from both countries will examine options for long-term bilateral cooperation. Canada's new parliamentary budget officer says the government's recent spring economic update lacked details on spending targets and results. Annette Ryan says her office will publish a series of documents on the spring update early next week. The war in the Middle East will soon make your child's favorite toys more expensive. Spin Master is the company behind Paw Patrol, Gabby's Dollhouse, and Ms. Rachel Toys. The Toronto-based firm says the blockage of the Strait of Hormuz is pushing up its costs for freight, materials, and packaging. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, superstar captain Connor McDavid is good to go for Game 6 of the Edmonton Oilers' first-round playoff series with the Ducks tonight in Anaheim. The Oilers trail the series 3-2. The Toronto Blue Jays hit the road tonight, beginning a 4-game series with the Minnesota Twins. In basketball, Toronto Raptors head coach Darko Rajakovic says his players showed resilience despite falling last night to the Cavaliers.
We were constantly trying to find ways, finding different lineups, finding guys that can, help us to win the game.
All-star forward Brandon Ingram made an early exit, and Scotty Barnes limped through the second half. The playoff series now heads back to Toronto. The Raptors are in a must-win situation. And multiple reports say Major League Soccer's received a formal bid to buy the Vancouver Whitecaps and move them to Las Vegas. The club's been up for sale since 2024, with ownership citing ongoing challenges at BC Place Stadium. From the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.